I have also seen, and probably most of you have as well, that organized Christianity, so like organized church, and people who love Jesus and are filled up with the love of Christ and living in alignment with the fruit of the Spirit, those two things don't always coexist. You know what I'm talking about? I think most of us have experienced that a lot of churches have a lot of people who are not very nice. We can be honest. We can talk about it. That's why a lot of people decide they don't want to go to church anymore. Because you know what? Churches are full of human beings, fallible, messed up human beings, just like us. And some of them are not even trying. They're not even trying to be good people. They're not even trying to surrender and submit to God. They're not even trying to be sanctified. And those kind of people fill up a lot of churches. And so we know this. We know this is true. We have all seen this. And I've even seen, and I've been going to church ever since I was a little bitty kid. I've gone to all different kinds of churches, all different denominations, started off Southern Baptist. I've gone to Methodist church, Lutheran church, a non-denominational church, charismatic churches, Pentecostal churches, Assembly of God churches. I even went to Catholic church for a while. I'm going to tell you about that in a little bit. So I've seen a lot. I've seen a lot in all these years, and I have observed that there are a lot of people like that in a lot of churches. And in some churches, even the leaders seem like they're hateful, bitter, angry, spiteful people in some of these churches, and don't seem like they're saved at all. Now I can't judge that. That's only for God to judge. But, and I have seen situations where people, even leaders in church, have done horrible things, where people who call themselves Christians have done evil things. And it's very, very sad. So just because somebody says they're a Christian does not mean, and churches are filled with people like this. And then I've also met a lot of people, and we all know people like this. In fact, we've all probably been people like this at one point, people who say we're Christians, but we struggle with a lot of the things that the world struggles with. We struggle with depression and with anxieties and fearfulness and unforgiveness and bitterness and all of this stuff. And so a lot of us have gone through that ourselves, even after we were saved. And the reason why that happens for so many of us is because people like that have not yet learned this secret that's not supposed to be a secret about sanctification, the sanctification process, and the freedom and the healing and the joy and the peace and the victory that gives you as you surrender your life to Jesus, and he fills you up and makes you who he wants you to be as you become more like Jesus. That is the only way to a life of freedom and victory. And so there are so many people that go to church all their lives. And so many churches don't teach about this. And so they don't understand about that, about the whole sanctification process. Like for me, the first couple of decades of my life, I went to church and I never heard about a relationship with Jesus. All I heard about was following rules. And so that's one of the reasons why I feel so passionately about this series that I'm doing right now. I think this is some of the most important stuff that I've ever said. And these videos, the ones where I do the teaching, the Bible study videos, and the ones where I'm talking about how to get closer to Jesus, not as many people watch those videos. People really love the videos where I'm talking about the prophetic stuff, the visions. Those get way more views. Or if I'm talking about anything, current events, talking about people, people's names, those always get way more videos. But this is the most important stuff. This is the most important stuff. And it's not about views. I don't care about that. I'm just doing what I believe God wants me to do. But these are the keys to life right here, is sanctification in your relationship with Jesus.